Hello, hello. I'm not sure if you guys can hear the music. I hope it comes through. Let's try again. Should work now. All right, it's PGU time. Let's have a look what this kit has for us. So the action base first. Water decals, a lot of. Yo, how's it going? Having a good weekend? What the hell are these stickers? Never seen a sticker like that before. Converse stickers. All right. Good to know. I really like the band that included proper water decals with this one, rather than the usual stickers. Don't have to find third party. Very nice. There's a lot of 3D stickers. Holy. It's gonna be a bit tedious. And we have some metal etchings as well. Not too many, not too many. Okay, let's put, I don't think we need, we're gonna need any of these for a while. I'm just gonna put all of them here so I don't lose them. What are you thinking about PGU Nu? Are you getting the kit? I have counted the runners, yep, and I did it very quickly, not very carefully. So if you count just the runners, it's 79. It is a gigantic box. So the box is, I actually have it on my sticker out here. It's 23.5 inches long, so 2 feet long, and 15 inches deep and wide. And it's 79 runners, like straight out of the box. And as you know, Bandai really likes to have multiple runner names on one runner. So for example, here you can see XB1 and XB2. So if you just count the entire runner, there's 79 of them. If you were to split them up into different numbers, I don't know, probably 200. Just got my new God hands, the Nerve edition. I'm gonna use them for this. $700 below retail. Well, if the PGU Gramps, if is anything to go by, I would say 2-3 years maybe. That's when it should stabilize the supply for the PGU Nu. for example, that kit right now, you can find it pretty easily at retail price and included in sales and stuff. But I remember a couple years ago when I was just starting out in this hobby, out here it was almost always hard to find and marked up like 30–40% easy. If you're not in a rush, rather get a deal. Plus, by that time, hopefully Cosmos releases an LED set for it. Because at the moment, buying the original LED set is just a waste of money. Which I never recommend buying original Bandai LED sets, because they are trash. Okay, what is it? W3 thing. So I have that and that. We need clear parts too. We need a couple of these, I believe. Pretty good. The Lightnings used them on the stream last Sunday. Working on a Molly King, and it had like 16 swords that we had to assemble, and they came in clutch. As I was saying, like I didn't make it like a separate review video, which I believe you have commented on. Thank you very much. But generally, they are a good like time saver for those who build a lot, and they save you like seconds per part because it's less. Basically, you get a cut with your like Tamiyas or whatever, then you get your cut with Lightning, and you're still gonna have to use your hobby knife to really clean up the part. But you're gonna have to spend less time with a hobby knife, which, you know, is good. But if you're like, if you don't mind, or if you don't build a lot, like if you don't snap a lot but do a lot of custom painting, they're not really gonna change anything for you. So it's kind of a niche thing. It's really not a competition to their own SPNs or PNs. They're just like an extra highly specialized tool on top. So, you know, if it does the trick for you, great. But it's not really like, I would say, the next big thing, and people should consider that over SPNs or something like that. Where is that runner? W3. The problem with the PGU Nu is that there are so many runners that there is zero chance in hell I'm going to be able to put all of them on my desk. I've put as much as I could, but I still have 2 boxes here on the side, and I need to kind of check in on them from time to time to see if they have a runner in a box that I did not put on a desk. And in this case, they do. All right. XM2. I think I have XM runners on the desk. XD. XM. $35 hours total? Wow, I don't think I've built anything that fast. I know some people are extremely fast with their builds. I'm not. I'm like a turtle. Guess it depends on like what you like. I enjoy the process of building. So like, you know, if it takes longer, I don't mind. Sometimes you just kind of want to ponder. And sometimes when you build something really cool and you really enjoy it, you might end up even, you know, spending some time. for, you know, snapping a picture of it or even playing with it a little bit. So it depends. W36. All right. Seem to be using quite a lot of ABS plastic with this one. I guess that's for strength on the inner frame, because Bandai lately tends to use PS plastic on the inner frame or even the armor quite a bit. It's kind of their flex. Yeah, I have no idea how long it's gonna take me. We'll see. I don't have any definitive plans for it. I know one thing I'm gonna do with it for sure is I'm gonna try to wire some custom LEDs, because I did not get the Bandai LED kit. Sort of intentionally, but sort of I didn't know it was up for pre-order. So, and Cosmos still had not released theirs. They haven't even announced it. So the only way I can get some light up functions is through wiring my own. Granted, it seems like this kit has wire channels because it's supposed to have an LED set, so shouldn't be a problem to run a few LEDs of my own. But other than that, I think there is no clear part set for it, at least that I'm aware of. There are no third-party accessories quite yet. It's very cool that Bandai includes the water decals, so we're gonna apply those. Oh, very thick gate. I probably will panel line the heck out of it as well. The weather is too bad in Toronto to do any top coating, so that's not happening. I know both Delphi and G Rework announced decals for this. I know I like G Rework decals because they always do some custom stuff for their decals. It's not necessarily one-to-one, you know, sticker replacement, but I'm pretty sure I'll be done with this kit by the time they even come out. Plus, usually I would hold off building a kit waiting for decals because the original kit comes with stickers and I'm allergic to those. In this case, the kit already comes with water decals. I have them right here. So they have some regular signage, like here, Amaro Ray signage and stuff like that. They have the usual warning marks, the fin funnel numbers. They're a bit more generic. I would imagine G Rework will add more details, more signage like that, and they like to double up on the numbers. They'll probably just add a bit more detail. So what I'll probably do, I will use the original ones. I'll see what G Rework comes up with, and if I think I can add them on top, I will buy them and I will revisit the kit. But I won't wait for them to come out. I'll use the original ones. I don't really have a problem with original decals. My perfect grade Perfectibility Gundam, I use the original Bandai decals on that, and it still looks phenomenal. The only problem with Bandai decals is they're not the easiest to work with. At least on my perfect grade Perfectibility Unicorn, they were a pain in the ass. You had to soak them for a while, and then if you even try to apply them without the Mr. Mark Setter, they would just peel off immediately. So it was just a bit laborious applying them, but not so much so I wouldn't go for them. They still are printed fairly well. They look nice. I don't remember last time I used water decals without Mark Setter. Just gonna get used to it. What about you? Do you have any specific plans or ideas for your PGU Nu build? When you eventually get around to doing it? Fukuoka. It'll be interesting. I think I have a real great Nu Gundam Side F version somewhere in the depth of my backlog. I'll have to build that. To be honest, I thought I would have more time before this thing arrives, and I had a kind of tentative plan in my head to build a couple of Nu Gundams, because I have a real grade. I have built already a real grade original, and I added Final expansion set for it. But then I have in my backlog real grade first lot version that I got from Japan, and I also have the Side F Nu Gundam, and I thought that I would have enough time to build those and then build this one, but this thing arrived pretty quickly, so here we go. Oh, do you think they're gonna make other versions of the PGU Nu Gundam to do maybe Side F edition? Maybe they can do first lot is super duper niche. I doubt they will go for it. I would love for them to release a clear armor expansion set like they did for the Grumps. I would really want that. So I have them. I could then make both of them two-faced, but mirror-like. That would be fire. Excuse the noise. Vacuum coming in. Vacuum over. So, with the action base, they want you to run wires pretty early on. Right? Maybe they run them at the back of the channel. I wonder if I need to start worrying about it now. Mechanical clear. You think they will add a mechanical clear armor set or mechanical clear version of the kit? Yeah, I hope that's what they do. Yeah, definitely like an armor set, not a separate kit, because that would be prohibitively expensive. Are these things replaceable? So I could choose one or the other? So there are two necks. Okay, whatever. So there is a channel for the wire coming out the back. Yeah, if they make an armor set, I'm buying that, but probably that will cost as much as the kit itself out here in Canada. Yes, if they make like a separate mechanical clear set, my thinking exactly, I was, you know, that would have to be an extremely expensive set, like combined. Guess this is supposed to cover those ports. Guess for filling funnels later. So that's the base. The wire runs at the back. Okay. This slides in here. Or does it? Ah, crap. It's the downside of these gun primer runner stands. Knock one over, everything falls down. Okay, don't fall. Yeah, so if they make those clear runner parts out here without P band I, you know, they're gonna be hard to find and really expensive, but I would still probably chase them down and get them. This goes in somehow like this, I guess. Or the other way around, like this. Vinyl records holder. I'll have to try that out. I tried like runner stands, I tried file organizers. I don't mind the gun primer stands so much, but the downside is that if you like knock one over, you have a bit of a collapse going on. I'll definitely check out on Amazon. Dude, this is a huge base. It's absolutely massive. Why is this thing not extending? Hello? Okay, whatever. Get to it later. So, legs. Legs is gonna be the first big part they want you to construct. The ultimate unit. system, whatever. Like, have the entire guide is really split up into a lot of tiny parts. Even something like leg assembly is split up into 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 different stages. Pretty interesting. They're really trying to make it easy to follow along a rather complicated build. By comparison, something like Modern Nuclear, they do also split out by the parts, and they tell you which runners go in which parts, but then they show you like one picture with 10 attachments in one go, and you're like, all right, hold on a minute. Let me get my bearings. Block 12 made of black aluminum. Oh, I'll have to check it out. Are they like heavy enough to support a runner from falling over, just in case you bump into it? Or is it the same? Do we need H1 again on this page? We don't. Okay. XL and XE. XE20. XE7, very sturdy. All right, I'll give them a try. It's a Daiso. Definitely Google it after the stream. E11 probably 12 as well. XE6. XE4. Okay, you got me really intrigued now. Let me grab my phone and Google it. Daiso runner stands. Daiso runner holder. Is that like this? I'm not sure if it... It's like a dishwasher dryer kind of thing. Four locations. Yeah, that's gonna be really popular. Vinyl records holder. All right. I have them in my Google now, so I'll see if I can find them somewhere out here in Toronto. XE17. Where are you? There you are. Triangle shape. All right, cool. Yeah, looks like a dishwasher rack, like a dryer thing. I tried a couple looking very similar to that. They were like document organizers slash file organizers. They were not too bad. Just don't like that those things occupy so much space when you don't use them. So these like DSPA or gun primer runner stands, you just clip them on and they kind of hold it upright. But then when you don't use it, you just, you know, store them in a container or something like that, and you don't even know where it is or that it's there. But these things that you suggested, they seem to be quite spacious. You might be able to kind of stack them and throw them in storage when I don't need them. Okay, that'll be it for that part. Let's cut out a bunch of these. What I would really like if they had these, if they had things like these gun primer ones, right? You clip them at the bottom of the runner. If they had these, but made of metal and with a heavier base, so you can still clip them on runners. They're very modular, but heavier, so they add a bit more stability. I would like that. I would like that. So that would be XE. Now we need to find XM and XL ideally. XL, there we go. XL. Where is XL? There we go, at the bottom, of course. Okay, let's get XMs done. Four. X1. X1. That's 13. Oh, this one. Okay. X1 4. But where's the opposite side? Huh, you don't want that? Okay. Maybe on the next page. How was your Super Bowl party last weekend? Did you root for any of the two teams? Who was that? Seahawks and Patriots, I believe. Nice, you team won. That's awesome. Don't know much about NFL, but I heard from friends who do that it was indeed a pretty boring game. I myself am more of a hockey fan. Don't think NFL is super duper popular in Canada. Don't think we have a single team. I don't believe so. XB, that should be brown, and XC, that should be silver, I think. Yep. XC parts. Put these back for now. That's not XB. Yeah. Yep. So that's kind of the thing with this kit and with Bandai in general. Like, this is a single runner, but it has 1, 2, 3, 4 sub runners. So if you count like main runners, then it's 79 in this kit. But if you split them up into individual runners, I don't know, it's probably gonna be over 200. XP7852. Don't fall. Oh, this is super hard plastic on this one. Oh. Can you hear the snap? Like, see, it should be ABS plastic. Probably. E and C. That should be these. The gold plating looks more coppery than gold, really. And this kit looks not too bad, very metallic, almost steampunky look. 166. Right here. Oh, so you do panel lining on the runners? I've never done that myself. I've seen people post about that approach. I personally have never tried it. I think so far my approach had been build it first, then have a look at it, see if I want to panel line it. Sometimes if I decide to panel line it beforehand, I would snap the parts, I'd clean them up, and then I would panel line them, and maybe even apply decals and then assemble. But I've never tried panel lining on the runner. Do you find it more convenient? Did I do Excel? Yes, I did. I did do Excel. Yeah. Oh, interesting. So that's prone to cracking. I wonder why it cracked, because usually it cracks because you have too much. Usually it cracks because you have too much liquid and it doesn't have a room to vent, like evaporate. I would just consider checking how much liquid you apply when you do your panel lines. Because that shouldn't really be a problem. I've panel lined a lot, and I've panel lined even the parts that you technically are not supposed to panel line, and the only time I had crack was through my sheer stupidity, where I panel lined on the real grade Gundam one of the wing tips, like in the middle part, where it's like weight bearing but very slim part, and I just roused it in panel liner. But other than that, never had a break. Plus, you can always consider panel lining with water-based panel liners, like the steady ones. Those don't cause any damage. They are a bit fragile, those panel liners, because they can be wiped off with pretty much anything, even by rubbing your finger. But they're completely harmless. H17. Get that. No, not. I would have thought that panel lining on the runner can be a bit inconvenient, because it can be like a larger thing that you have to work around. I'll give it a try, maybe. How's it going, Condro? How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Just gotten out the runners, the parts from the runners for the legs of the PGU Nu Gundam. Now it's time to whip out the God Hand Lightning, clean out those gates. Yeah, I don't think I would ever recommend panel lining on assembled parts or kits, because in that case, whatever liquid you use, you really might risk having that liquid spill over inside the kit and, you know, get an inner frame or just whatever, create a mess. What I'm wondering is potential benefits of panel lining on a runner versus like cutting off the part first, cleaning up the gates, and then doing the panel line, and then assembling. But assembling like panel lining on a kit, I don't think I would ever recommend it with any type of panel liner, simply because you have so much more added risk. Interesting. So, and what did that guy find comparing the panel lining on the... So he said lining comparison on runners versus assembled. I'll have to look up that video. It seems like I honestly did not know anybody ever recommended doing panel lines on top of an assembled kit. That sounds like a recipe for disaster. It might save you time, but I'm not sure if it's worth it. But I'm also not a professional builder by any means. Do whatever I can, as much as I can. Usually what I would do is, once again, cut out the part, prep it, lay down a bunch of paper towels on the desk, and then meticulously, slowly panel line the parts, let them dry out overnight, and then do the cleanup. What I do like to do on top of an assembled part is water decals, but then if you're doing top coats or painting, then you also do that before you assemble the part. So I guess it depends on your plans for the kit. Panel lines and runners as well. Alright, cool. Maybe it's more common than I thought. Maybe it saves a lot of time. I haven't tried it. I'll definitely give it a try at some point. I can see the merit because all of the parts would be on a runner, kind of facing you, so you don't need to kind of manipulate them. You just blast through them real quick with a panel liner. Golden chrome, gold pieces, top coated. I definitely am not planning on top coating anything because it's not the right temperature for it in Toronto at the moment, and I top coat on my balcony, so I can only do that when the weather allows. But these parts are They seem to be spray painted because the coat is thin and not super even. You can see more saturated color at the surface, and in the crevices it's more silvery. So clearly it was spray painted, and rather quickly, not super thoroughly. Top coating them. I think if you decide to top coat them with gloss, it might give them extra shine. I would avoid probably using that because that would make them very, very dull and foggy. I know that people that paint, they strip usually out of the box coating and then apply their own. So that would be much cooler looking. This is kind of the beauty of the God Hand Lightning. You can really get away with just one or two snips and you almost have no material left on the part. You can still grab just a little bit with a knife, just a smidge. But if the part is undergated, you really cannot see the difference. So if it wasn't for my ADHD, I guess, I wouldn't use Hobby knife almost at all on parts like this. But I cannot help but make sure that the surface, even if the undergated one, is absolutely even. But even then, if you use the knife, like if I try using SPNs, I'll cut out the main part, then I'm gonna cut out, oh, there's no undergate here. That's a bad example. Get another one. I need undergated. This is undergated. Yeah, the SPMs just leave so much more material to clean up. But then once again, if it's a material on the undergate that you really care about, it will never be visible. It's just the lightnings make it a bit cleaner. So the knife is almost not needed. I wonder how clean that guy's build looked, the one you said that built it in like what, 30 hours, 35 hours? I wonder how clean it came out. How many corners they had to cut to make it that fast. Was it pretty bad or not too bad? Oh, nice. Kudos to that, man. I think for me to do it in 35 hours, it would end up looking like somebody used a chainsaw, took out the runners, took out the parts of the runners. Oh yeah, for the tubes. I think I could understand that. If I was doing this full time, I would probably do or die kind of thing as soon as I would have gotten the box. So I got this. When did I get this? It was 3 days ago. Yeah, if this was the main thing, I would have probably live streamed or just went in straight for it, you know, 6-pack, Red Bull, no sleep. But then if I was doing this, like, you know, as the main thing, I would have probably sourced it through Japan, the kit. That way I would have gotten it much sooner. Because getting any new Bandai releases in Canada through like a Canadian store, you were by default a few months behind. Five to 10-hour streams, whew, that's not bad. I don't think it's a problem. I mean, if that's, you know, kind of your job, for lack of a better word, 10-hour stream is not too bad. I mean, sometimes a building session is about that long. Plus you get to interact with other people. It doesn't sound like a bad time. Sounds like a bad time if you have to work a full-day job and then go and do that. That sounds challenging as heck. But I guess some people manage to do that also. I remember when Sky Defender was coming out, that was quite a massive release. Made a lot of noise and still does. But with that one, was before I started working with Gundam. Not that I'm limited to working only with them right now, but I work with them on most of my third-party kits. But at the time, I sourced Sky Defender at a really high price from a Chinese seller, and I had it FedExed to me, so it ended up costing me like a lot of cash. But I was able to start building it much sooner than most out here, at least on the West. And it gave me enough time to even top code it and detail it before releasing the video. It's got a pretty high investment for a build for me at that time, while my channel was still like brand new and I was, I think, filming everything on an iPhone, so the video quality was pretty not there to appreciate everything. I think even my LED revision of it did better than the original build. But yeah, I mean, if you want to compete with like with big YouTubers on new releases. And if you don't have connections with the manufacturers or sellers who get the stock, it's very expensive. Like you need to invest some serious money. I will think the channel continues to grow. Who knows what will happen. I know in Japan it's probably much easier because you can just go to Bandai store and get a day one drop. Yeah, Sky Defender was phenomenal. I really hope that, because they've been quiet ever since they dropped it. I know they still print the hell out of that kit and it still sells really well. These days you can buy it easy at Gundam or other sellers at a pretty good price. But I hope they make, they brew up something, or maybe I would even like a recolor. Because building that again, it's such a great build, that kit, such a great build. The guide, every part, the inner frame, the layering. Once in a lifetime kind of experience, still nothing had topped that. Maybe this PGU Nu will. To be determined. Grumps is good. PGU RX-72 I just did on a channel. It's good, but I had a couple of like inner frame on the Grandpa is phenomenal, and the parts layering and the metal etching parts, the one that come with the kit, not the ones that I added on top of it, phenomenal, great. But what did sour my impression of it just a little bit with the Gramps is the armor parts, the white ones, are really good, and out of the box they look nice, but the blue and red ones, and I think I pointed it out in the review video, they had some color swirls on them, and it is just such a annoying thing to see. It's minor, but you know, it's not perfect, and that was the thing with the Sky Defender. It was perfect. So hopefully Ainta is cooking something up. Oh yeah, I mean, I can swear by it. When you get it, you'll see that perfect great sized box. Once you open the guide, I still have the guide nearby. If you want, I can show you what the guide looks like for it. It's literally the best guidebook you have ever seen. It's extremely detailed, it's super well printed, everything is separated in stages and steps. The decals, oh, I think it has like well over 1,000 decals, but the way they are organized and the way the guide shows you where to apply them, it's like everything is absolutely next level with that kit. And even like the building stages on it, they want you to build the action base first, and then they want you to build off of it. So you then build the part that attaches to the action base, and the part that attaches to that part, and so on and so forth. So even as you build it, you just marvel at what you've just accomplished, and you want to snap a picture of it, and so on and so forth. I remember when I was building mine, I was making full videos during the build because I just couldn't stop but wonder at what it does and what it looks like and stuff like that. Did you get the Cosmos LED set for yours? Yeah, I mean, if you like LEDs, the LED set for Sky Defender from Cosmos is definitely worth it. It will add the light effect parts to the eyes and the chest unit, so the cockpit will be lit up as well. It also adds lights to the beam rifles and all of the dragoons and the back wings. Like, it's a lot of lights. Um, it is a bit tedious, and if you decide to add LEDs after you've built the kit, it's not a big deal. You're gonna have to disassemble though, especially the chest is a bit finicky to disassemble that. So yeah, if you want to have the lights and you have an option to buy them, I would buy them right away and install them as part of their initial assembly, so you don't have to fiddle with it later. And if you want a guide on how to install the lights, I can, shameless plug, you can check out my video. What I try to do in my video for Cosmos LED set for Sky Defender is to show how to disassemble the kit and how to run the wires, the best I could figure out. And I also link to the original Cosmos video for the LED installation, so because they show how to the main kind of guide for the LED installation, and I show, in addition to that, things that I believe they kind of missed out on. But yeah, the LED set is phenomenal. I've had it on for like 6 to 7 hours a day since I built it over a year. Works fine, looks great. It's one of the new Cosmos LEDs, so it's way more customizable. It has a brand new remote, has a new mobile application. It's just great, it's really great. But that kit looks phenomenal, even without the LEDs, so it doesn't desperately need them. I wonder if I can clean up these gate remnants without creating noise. Let's see. I have one of the boxes here. Thanks, dude. Appreciate checking out the videos. Yeah, I really hope Cosmos makes an LED set for PGU Nu, because that would be... They do make Cosmos LED sets that directly replace Bandai's own, like for the unicorns, Perfect Ray unicorns, and now they made it for MGEX as well. So it's kind of on brand for them to make an LED set for PGU Nu. I'm kind of surprised they haven't released it already. But not yet. Now that is a thick joint. It's bigger than a real great head. Damn. Am I gonna make my third-party Gundam hammer? Cannot snap these together, they're way too tight. Or Where's my hammer? There we go. Yeah, more or less. Here come the 3D stickers. One of the many hundreds. 176 on these. Let's find 76. Nice spot here. I want to compare these 3D stickers to the one that came with the Nemesis. Because Inira made a big fuss about the 3D stickers that they made for the Nemesis, because they were like much thicker, like true 3D stickers. They seem to be a bit thicker than usual, so they have more reflection to them. I'm gonna have to dig up in my sticker pile some of the other Bandai 3D stickers that I have left over from other builds and the ones from Nemesis and see how they stack up. They seem to be a bit better than usual. Maybe it's just make-believe on my part. Look at this beauty. Oh, it's already looking nice. I wonder how much of it is even visible on a camera. So I want to ask you a question actually. What do you think about the video quality? Is it a complete nightmare? You cannot even see what I'm working on? Just the rough outlines, or is it bearable? Quite disappointed by the quality of video that this GoPro generates. Thought it was looking not too bad on the time lapses, and I've been using this camera to film time lapses, but this is supposedly full HD, but it looks like 240p whenever I try to check back. I wonder how bad is it from your point of view. go, 3D stickers applied. Now we have the mid-lag assembly. Let's put these back. Where is that tiny part? XM12, that's not it. That's it. It doesn't seem like right. Keep them up. Thank you. Improving on what? What would you like to see improved? Any feedback is always welcome. Yeah, supposedly it goes right there. Oh, I'm an idiot. Wrong side. User error. Oh, there we go. Now it fits. Nice little extension gimmick. Okay, we have two of these going right here. And on the other side, right this one. Metal veneers. A7 should be transparent part, and I forgot to cut it off. There we go. A723. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'll definitely keep experimenting, trying different, styles and builds and stuff like that. As long as you guys enjoy, I'll keep on making them. As long as I enjoy making them. Metal veneer A, but they're not labeled. How do I know which one they want here? Well, I guess there's only two types. That answers it. Okay, let's grab this one. Now the metal veneers are very well painted. Absolute perfect. Zero blemishes. Look phenomenal. On the etching stickers, I haven't gotten to them yet, but I believe we're gonna get to them very soon. They are used on the legs. I think as soon as I get to the upper thigh part of the leg, that's where we will encounter metal etching stickers. On the MGX, they were horrendous. I mean, oh, such a pain in the ass working on them. And the because all the green stuff, the protective film, it would not peel off. I had to try to scratch it off without damaging the part. It takes so much time to do that. But that actually brings me to another point. So while Sky Defender isn't absolutely perfection, it has a lot of metal etching parts, and I mean a lot. And some of them are extremely tiny, and what ended up happening, at least on my copy, is over time they fell off. Oh, crap. Well, maybe it's because I applied them on top of a top-coated kit. I top-coated mine. Yeah, so my Sky Defender is top-coated and flat. But when I was revisiting the kit to apply, what was I applying? The Cosmos LED set, it was shedding those metal etchings like it was losing its hair. I mean, it was crazy. Like it had dandruff. We'll see if this one has the same problem with the metal etching stickers. I don't want to try to kind of pry them off before I need to apply them, but we're gonna get to them pretty soon. Some more 3D stickers. Go 71 on these dots. There is 71. There we go. Oh man. Yeah, these 3D stickers definitely look better than earlier Bandai ones. They look like little gems in here. Nice reflection, a little bit of shine, good depth. Yeah, definitely an improvement. Good on you, Bandai. Good. But I think somebody, I saw a post on Reddit, I believe, some time ago. Somebody counted these. How many was it? It was hundreds, but I don't remember how many exactly. I wonder if they have, because the thing with the Perfect Great Unicorn perfectibility is that it comes with a gigantic sticker water decal sheet. So does the Sky Defender. But I think Perfect Great Unicorn has more than Sky Defender, even though I applied all of them on both. I wonder if it has, if PGU Nu has more 3D stickers than Unicorn, Perfectibility, or Sky Defender has water decals. Gonna have to do some Google on that. You can check the guide for Sky Defender for how many water decals it has, because it states that. And I believe Perfectibility has 800 something, or maybe over 1,000. I think I have a TikTok that says how many I applied, because I did a rough count. So these are not etching, right? These are just 3D stickers. The etching would be these guys. I have them here separately. So the metal etching. These are the etchings. So that's the green part that both you and I had a problem with. When you take these off, the green kind of sticks to the metal part, which is a problem. So we will see if that's a problem here too. But these are 3D stickers, and yeah, you can use a metallic marker like the DSPIA does for them, but the issue might be, hold on, let me find the part. The issue might be is that the metallic marker, while it adds the shine, it doesn't add the depth. So it might be difficult. It might be difficult to recreate because so basically this one, right? It looks red because it has red transparent plastic, but at the bottom of it, it has metallic foil. So it has nice. It has really nice shine. So you can technically use the marker. It will give the right color, but it will not give it the right depth and the right shine. So it's totally up to you what you like, what you want to go for, kind of thing. Okay, so I need XE6, that would be this part, and then I need to apply this thing to it. Oh, this can be chrome coated. 3D stickers. I don't remember having an issue with 3D stickers on the MGX. I'm gonna have to consult my own video probably to recall. It's been summer last year when I built that. My memory is a bit foggy. I do remember very well having an issue with the metal etchings because the green residue, but that issue is quite common for P&I metal etchings in general, because even PGU Gramps had that problem. Where's my chrome marker? Hold on a minute, I need to find it. Chrome marker, where are you? There we go, super fine and a thick one, and a thick one. Oh, nice, a little bit of chrome under the gold part. Makes the thruster look much better. Really the trick. The only challenge is that if you happen to touch it with your finger now, you're gonna smudge it all over the place. Need to be a bit careful now. This part. Did not cut the gate out. Oh, I'm an idiot. There we go. Back in business. 3D stickers on my MGX, strike rhythm and painted with metallic cream because while trying to apply them using. Yeah, I mean, if I remember, I mean, these are really, really, really small. So these are really fine DSPA tweezers. I think when I was applying the 3D stickers on the MGX, I was using my Ray Studio tweezers, which are even finer, like extremely fine. but that was a battle. Those stickers were super duper tiny, and they would fly all over the place. It took a lot of patience to do those parts. I think I persevered, but I totally understand um, saying, F it and just going with a marker. I totally feel it. Where is that part? The heck? XE7, did I not cut you off? Oh, yep, I did not. I did not. Nail polish for 3D? I haven't heard of that trick. I'm gonna have to Google that. I do like using markers quite a bit. Like the DSPA markers, AK Interactive, Army Painter. Been adding that lately to my arsenal. I did the same mistake as I did last time. Come on. Oh, I see what you mean. So you were using nail polish instead of color correction stickers. Dude, I think I tried building ASD kits when I just started in this hobby. I think I did a real RX-78 SD and Buster Gundam, I think it was. Don't remember exactly what it was. I will have to double check. I was not prepared. The sticker sheet was bigger than the runners. And ever since then, I just said, nope, those are not for me. Maybe one day when I start painting, then I can do SDs, because I'm not fancy applying massive decal sheets to correct colors. Do you like SD kits? Do you have many of them? So that would be 66 out here up top. In your car dash? I haven't seen that. I have a couple of friends that have duckies on their car dash, but ASD kits, I haven't seen that. It's a good suggestion. But it sounds like they would fit well as desk buddies. I currently have my Dark Toys mask as my desk buddy. Usually I have a little shelf beside my monitor on my desk, and usually whatever is the latest kit or figure I reviewed becomes my desk buddy, and then it goes to like main display shelf when the next one comes in. So I have a revolving door of desk buddies, but I like the idea of having some SD kits from your dash. And maybe as permanent desk buddies. There we go, that'll be here. That other sticker inside the vernier. Come on, get off the tweezers. God damn it. That's what I don't like about these. You need like a third hand to get them off the tweezer. Sometimes. Freaking surgeon here. And stick it in place. There we go. Side posters. Let's get on with these. one, like this. Yes, this one fits. Okay, this is gonna have to be chrome coated. Oh, damn it. C6, that should be a gold part. Yeah, there we go. Is that like a thruster? No, it's an opening thing, so I'm not gonna chrome coat it. More stickers. More stickers. This one's 72. It's almost a bit easier to work with the super tiny stickers because they don't stick to your tweezers too much. Just like those middle-sized ones are a bit of a pain in the ass. Because they stick to your tweezers. It's hard to get them off. Oh, I jinxed myself. There we go. 72. Might as well apply them on the others while I'm at it. Deteriorated. Yeah, I mean, if it's under the sunlight, that's unavoidable, really. I have some drawings of mine on a wall next to a window in this apartment, and it's been a few years, and even they start to fade, even though they're behind like 3 layers of glass total. I would imagine if your things are on a dash, they're gonna be blasted by the sun quite a bit. But that means you just need to build more to replace them, right? You do a rotation of SD Gundams on your dash, cannot be the same. You can replace them with MGSDs. Level up your game. How about that? Let me check the battery on my microphone. Is that good? Expensive car ornaments indeed. You might get your car broken into. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. But hey, imagine putting. I have it nearby actually. Hold on. Imagine this on your dash. Might be a bit too big for a dash though. But just imagine this beauty with you as you ride along. I mean, come on. Come on. Or Barbados. Oh. Nothing beats that. Driving around with Barbados looking at you. You know you're gonna be in a good mood. There you go, bootleg MGSD. Nobody can tell the difference. If you drive fast enough. Oh, this is a nice looking assembly. To do the mirror part. I haven't tried bootleg MGSDs. I think I saw quite a few of them on Gundam and stuff, but haven't had the need to. I have a couple MGSDs waiting in the backlog. I need to get around to build an aerial and the wing. But that new Kshatriya, oh, she looks spicy. I cannot wait to get that one. I'll definitely build it as soon as I get it. And I'll put it next to Osiris. Like a small nephew. Next to that massive kit. It's really cool assemblies so far with the Nu Gundam. It's kind of different shades of gray, gold, 3D stickers, all of it feels expensive. Really like detail. I'm getting the same vibes as I was getting with the Sky Defender. Granted, for the price it better be, but still. Kind of sometimes remind you why you like this hobby. Another part, this one. Yeah, I'll definitely see. I'll ask them if they have any review samples, maybe. I think, actually, I came across they have MGSD EXS Gundam. And I absolutely adore their design. I don't believe they have any review samples for it, I don't think so, but I might probably just go ahead and buy it. Because I have recently obtained MG 1.5 version EXS Gundam. So come summer, when I can top coat, I might build both. So yeah, I'll end up having a little bootleg MGSD. I don't think Bandai will make MGSD EXS Gundam. they don't like Sentinel very much. And we've got our Sentinel quota with the recent full armor release. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna get that one. Now with your support, I have no reason not to. You've persuaded me to spend more money. Where does this go? This goes here. At the front. Yes, I don't know much about Advance of Zeta, I have to confess, but I love everything about Sentinel. I have to admit, I know very little about Bandai, you know, Gundam IP. I haven't watched anime. I tried, but I can never find time to watch anime. Because you kind of have to pay attention, even if you find it dubbed. I don't feel like I'm doing it justice by not, paying attention when I watch it. So I kind of started watching the original Gundam series, and I kind of dropped it because, once again, I just cannot find time to watch it. But Sentinel, I like everything about it. The designs, the kits that come out, oh, brutal. And I heard only good stuff about. I heard only good stuff about the Advance of Zeta. Like, it's supposedly super duper brutal. And as a Warhammer fan, that's up my alley. Anything that even approaches grim dark area, some good nasty gore, you got my attention. But at some point I really need to start catching up on the Gundam IP and all that stuff. Because I could use a lot of that information, when I review the kits and when I talk about them. I could relate a bit more, because at the moment, if you see me like buy a kit, especially from Bandai, it's simply because I like the design of that kit. Especially the mechanical aspects of it. Very little of it is driven by the associated stories and stuff like that. You can say I'm an uneducated buffoon when it comes to Gundam IP. More stickers. This time 82. And whenever I do find time to watch anime, I tend to watch anime that I like. I've been rewatching Bleach. Just like that one quite a lot. I really like Chainsaw Man. I have a bunch of like Bat Labor, like older mecha anime, like super heavy mechanical one. I absolutely love Hellsing. Watched it many times. I just need to open my mind to new stuff. And time. You little sticker, you get on that part right now. There we go. Usually buy a kit and then watch the anime series movie. Yeah, that's a good idea. Buy more kits. That's what always happens. The Vampire Hunter. Yes, I started watching that too. Yep. Hellsing is something special. There is a pretty cool series of Hellsing on YouTube. They like overdubbed it with alternative story. It's absolutely bonkers. It's just people having fun, but yeah, if you like alternative edits, I recommend checking it out. It's not very PG though, I think. Okay, next page. What do we have here? These assemblies are done. We can put them aside for now. Stick those there. Nope. These stickers are done. These stickers are done. Those stickers are done. And those stickers are done. Yes. All right. I've seen Gurren Lagann as a kid. I have not seen, what is that? Sakamoto Days and Rurouni Kenshin. I'll have to check that. I'll have to check that. Forgot to apply this part. Pretty cool. So they have these assemblies, or they call them units in this guide for Nu Gundam. So you first assemble units and then you assemble an entire part. It's an interesting approach. Okay, let's go to more units. XE. Hey dude, how's it going? Thank you very much. What about yourself? Yeah, PGU Nu is a handful. It is a handful. We've been going at it for about an hour now. No, what? 2 hours. And I'm not even close to be done with the legs. Granted, I'm not a fast builder by any means, but yeah, damn. It's a lot of parts. 79 runners. 79. One. Look at that one. Look at this one. Really gorgeous. I mean, it's a, you know, kind of personal taste kind of thing, gorgeous or not. I definitely am quite impressed by it so far. So obviously the parts, I mean, Bandai is always good with the parts, right? But here's, for example, what we're doing for the legs at the moment. So the legs, let's flip through the pages a little bit. So for example, you have legs frame assembly, right, as they call it here, but then they split the leg in units. So each leg has 8 different units. So what I've done here, I've done some of the units already, right? And then when all the units for a leg are done, you assemble leg as a part, which is a really cool approach to building rather complicated kits. It makes it really easy to follow along. You don't have to cut off too many parts in one go and try to manage an unwieldy build otherwise. So that's a cool thing. As for the plastic itself, it's phenomenal. I haven't encountered yet any issues. Whatever needs to be undergated is undergated, even on inner frame. The molding is phenomenal. The gold is not too bad, though clearly gold is like you can see that the gold is spray painted, so the cover is not even. For example, when you look at the gold part, I'm not sure how much it will come through in the video, but I'll post some pictures in a community post in my channel after the video, after the live stream anyway. So like the gold up top on the part is a bit more saturated and well covered by the paint. Down in the grooves, you can see that the paint did not quite reach that much, and it's a bit silvery there. It gives it actually a nice, interesting play in the color. It's not all even coated. Like if we look at the at Morty King, I don't have it nearby at the moment, somewhere on a shelf back. But on Morty King or any other kit that is plated in gold, it would be a thicker layer of paint and it will be very even. In this case, the layer is very thin, but it has some play to it, which is, you know, it can be good or bad. But so far, it is an extremely detailed kit. It's a really nice building experience, but it's a lot. It's a massive box with 3 boxes inside, and 79 main runners, but a lot of Bandai runners, they are like 4 runners in one. Like for example, this runner is 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you were to count sub-runners, it will be well over 200. So first impressions, quite positive. We'll see what second impressions will tell me. Take care, dude. Thank you very much for hanging out here. If it's worth every penny, it depends. It's a lot of pennies that have to go in for this one. I don't think it is, but there is a Bandai tax, so I cannot avoid that. This is comparable to Sky Defender. Like, Sky Defender is a really good manual, it's a really good building experience and all that, but Sky Defender is like 3 times cheaper. So I guess if we can get this with some discount codes, or wait until it's, well, we were discussing it earlier, if you wait for a few years, like 3-4 years, so just like the Gramps, this will be available at MSRP, and it will be get included in like Christmas sales and Black Friday and whatever. Then it will be worth it, in my opinion, but at the moment it's hard to find, it's probably marked up. So unless you have money to burn, or like me, you know, I do it for the love of the game and for the video, then it's worth it for now. XC8. It's a cool looking part. XC1. Well, I've done that. Find H parts. Go H. Need H1 too. F511, I should have another F runner somewhere. I don't think I have it on my desk at the moment. Yep. on the mid leg. Uh, like really cool inner frame. On top of that, you have really cool armor gimmicks. It has all of that. It's literally stuffed with detail. It is like they pulled out all the stops with it. It just has everything. So that's kind of my opinion. So Optimus Prime is a phenomenal kit, but you wouldn't compare it to Sky Defender. In my opinion, it's only fair to compare Sky Defender to MGX or some of the best perfect rates. It's just kind of different leagues, right? So both are good, just very, very, very different. And if you've managed to build Sky Defender, Optimus Prime without having too much trouble or breaking it, then Sky Defender is going to be a breeze. I remember I revisited my Optimus Prime after a while when I was a bit better as a builder, and I was horrified by how bad of a job I did with it first go around. I did clean up a bunch of stuff, I did try to fix a bunch of stuff, and I actually ran a custom LED wire for my Optimus Prime, so now he has a blue LED in his head, so the eyes are always lit up. And it's still on my shelf. It's next to my perfect grade red Astray Gundam. Looks really mean with his massive axe. So yeah, it's a really cool build. Really cool build. I wish they made more Transformers kits. I believe they made others, but they're like basic builds or something like that. Not really intense, detail, heavy builds. Unless I'm wrong. Well, if you haven't done MGX and or PGUs, then Sky Defender is definitely going to be a very pleasant surprise for you. Because it shows you pretty much MGX level experience. Did I put this at a much cheaper price? But then Sky Defender, at least what it did for me, like I compare everything to it now. It's like, oh, this guide is not as good as the Sky Defender's guide, or oh, this armor is not as good as Sky Defender's armor. And so far, I haven't come across many kits that I would be able to say, okay, this is as good as Sky Defender. It appears that this PGU Nu Gundam is going to be competing with it, at least in my impressions. But that is still to be determined. I need to build it fully, then I'll be able to make my judgment. It's like with this one, every part you build, you're like, wow, like look at this engineering, look at this layering, look at these parts. Like every part is cool. That's what I had with the Sky Defender, because every part you build, you're like, oh, look at the backpack, it looks phenomenal. Or look at that stand, it looks pretty cool. Or look at that leg, you know? It's like when you build that kit and you just stop and you glaze at it, you're like, wow. But I can also have the same experience with something like real grade, you know? It's very personal kind of thing, subjective. Could I have... No, I couldn't have. I don't think chrome would be suitable here. Yeah, I don't want the chrome there. I'll reserve it for the thrusters. Maybe... Nah, no chrome there. tight on some of these parts. The fit is really tight. Oh, look at that. Oh. Nope, it just doesn't like it. Thunderbolt 1.0, I really enjoyed the build as well. Panel line, so nice. Thunderbolt, is that the one with like 4 shields? The Verka? Is that the one also that has like trash bags on its joints? I think I have that in the backlog. In era, oh, that one, dude. I have that thing right next to me. The Thunderbolt original one with the purple armor is so cool. That railgun is massive. And the inner frame, even though it's made entirely out of plastic, works like a charm. It is so tight. My dude has been in a pose standing up, holding that gun in his hands, both elbows bent and the wrists. Still standing strong like a trooper. Phenomenal kit. Phenomenal. And the Manta version 2.0 version of it. Ooh. The Green Goblin. Dude, in here I cannot do no wrong. I have Fenrir on the way, somewhere in transit. Delayed because of the Chinese New Year, which is totally fine, of course. Just wish I got it right before it. But as soon as I get it, well, hopefully I'll build it on the channel right after the PGU Nu. That kit looks dope. And if you like the design, consider Nemesis. Nemesis is also phenomenal. It's technically, I've been told that in your Infinite Dimension, they're kind of all the same. It's like the same company or something like that, so try Nemesis. It's a phenomenal kit too. So is the Lizard. I mean, Lizard is so cool. A badass red dude. And now we need to do the wires. We need a blue wire, right? So here's the blue wire. When it's nippers that I'm not afraid to damage. Cheapo nippers. Don't be this. Just get a ruler. Yeah, Lizard has several different versions. I think they ended up releasing a version of Lizard that is pre-painted. So that's an option. I have the basic one. I think I was even showing it on the stream last weekend. I compared a lot of new builds to it. 23mm. But yeah, like the Lizard from an era is an amazing kit. It has like 4 Gatling guns. They look mean as all hell. If you do conversion kits, it has some resin kits that make it look like a Kshatriya. If you got the skills and the tools to do that. I personally don't, but I saw people doing some amazing stuff with that. So where does this go? Oh, it runs from here to here. Okay. Gonna need some tweezers. And I also saw there is like a gun gun holding hanger, accessory set for lizard. Never ended up buying it, but it looks pretty dope. But yeah, I have lizards and the third party Sinanju that I recently built on the channel, Red Comet, side by side on a shelf, like the Red Mist, that shelf. Very angry looking kids. It's an interesting touch. I've never seen a Bandai kit where you have these, you run wires like this to create even more mechanical detail. I mean, look at this. It's a really fine molded part. It has this silver part, it has gold, it has a gray part right there, and now it has this blue wire running through it. It looks awesome. Do I do wire on both sides or one side? That would be the right unit. We do. Red wire on the other side. Okay. Okay. Where's my red wire? I really hope they make mechanical clear armor set for PGU Nu Gundam. I will definitely buy that. Because hiding this phenomenal inner frame, and I can already tell it's phenomenal. It's gonna be a lot of pain, even though the armor looks cool, but I wanna be able to see the inner frame. Ah, look at that. Blue wire, red wire. Ah, that's dope. And on that line we do blue wire. Okay, we'll keep it like this for now. Set it aside. Metal etchings. Oh, I detached the wrong part. Damn it. Put it on the other side then. Well, at least this metal etching part does not have the same syndrome, the green goo syndrome, that the MGX had. For the MGX, when you take the metal etching part off of this backing sheet, it would be full of that green residue and you would have to try to scratch it off without damaging the part. On the PGU Nu, you don't have that problem, and that is good to see. It's not a big problem, but it's a bit annoying trying to, clean it off. Oh no, there's a little bit of green residue. I spoke too soon. It's not a green goo. Usually it's still there. Maybe not as prevalent, but it's still there. Well, one day they'll figure it out. These are the tiniest stickers I've ever worked with. '77. Oh, and I applied them to the wrong thing. Oh, god damn it. Well, maybe that's not that big of a deal. But I have some extra. Literally the circumference of that sticker is maybe 3/4 of a millimeter. It's definitely less than a millimeter. Not the easiest one to work with. But the final result looks like a little gem. Let's apply that here. How far? I want to assemble legs. I think we're coming up on being done with the legs, and that would be probably it for today. I thought I would be able to maybe get up to the waist, but I underestimated my speed. Rather slow builder. And this kit has a lot of parts. Everything is so intricate, so detailed. So probably within the next 30-ish minutes we should be done with the legs, and that would be it. So I've finished this week my Modern Nuclear Molly King build, and I've already filmed it and recorded a voiceover for it. So I need to edit that, and I would like to release it maybe tomorrow. We'll see. I've started on the edit. but it's gonna be a hefty one. That kit has a lot of things to cover. Almost all of them good ones, but still quite a lot. So yeah, gonna get the legs done. Then I will post the beauty shots of the legs in the community post, so you guys can see them in high res and all that. And then I'm not sure I'll be able to stream tomorrow. But I'll definitely build tomorrow. XE 25, 26, 27. I'll try to make sure that Saturday streams at 5 p.m. EST are a regular thing. See how long I manage to maintain that. So far, I'm quite enjoy doing live stream builds. But I don't think I could do Saturday and Sunday. Still have other commitments. XE23. Then XE22, yep. 1, 2. What about the XE5? Do I need that part somewhere here? Damn it. But I could throw out the runner. Nope. H1, XM1, XM. What is XM part? Where is it? There we go. That would be XM. XM1 and 10. 9 and 10. Dude, even the metal etching part is keyed. I didn't notice that first. Holy crap. The attention to detail is next level. You don't even need to key that metal part, it's just a circle. Yet it is keyed on. Nice job, Bandai, nice job. Beauty. Done with this sheet of metal etching parts. You can check it away. A7, that would be A7. One part I forgot to cut out. 690, yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, at the moment, I think MSRP for this kit is rather high. Granted, you get a lot of parts, but it is a high MSRP nonetheless. And it's probably a bit difficult to find right now, regardless of its price, simply because, you know, it's newest Bandai, perfect grade, everybody wants to have it. I was lucky to get it at a better price because I had a bunch of store points where I usually buy my first party Campla. But yeah, buying it for MSRP is gonna bite for sure. Is it worth it? No, I don't know. If you like the design, yeah. What is this cow? I don't know, you'll see with your Sky Defender that for much less you get an absolutely astounding experience there. It's an interesting foot construction that I just messed up. Oh, god damn it. Really have these sides and side assemblies, I always miss them. And it's 690 USD for just the kit. It's another couple $100 for the LED set if you get that. That's a pretty crappy LED set for that much money. Wow, the kit, you could argue it's, you know, might be worth it if you like the design and all that. No way you can argue that that LED set is worth as much as it goes for. No way. No USB power. remote control, nothing. Okay. Let's see, I'll definitely try to run my own LEDs for this build, partially because I don't have the original LEDs. Didn't realize they were up for PO and I missed out on them. But it's for the best. Hopefully at some point Cosmos makes an LED set for this. It's kind of up their alley. LED sets for Bandai kits. Now, this kit is supposed to have an LED set, so it should be pretty easy for Cosmos to make their own rendition that is better, like they did for all unicorns. Like in my PG Unicorn Perfectibility, I used the Bandai LED set, and that one is RGB, remote controlled, USB powered, everything. Gorgeous LED set. Fits that kit like a glove. How do I yellow too? Look at the size of this foot. It's like my hand. Jesus. Massive. There are perfect grades, and then there is this. I mean, this dwarfs perfect grades. I'm a bit worried how I'm gonna film this when I'm done with it. My desk space might not be large enough to fit it. Might end up having to rearrange my lights just for this kit. Get things. Do this. Oh boy, that's not gonna be an easy fit. To slide this part right here like that. And if I want to chrome line it, that ain't happening. That ain't happening. Maybe I can fit it in. Let's see, where's my super fine chrome pen? Okay, made it. Nice. I love chrome lining under veneers. And this one is no exception. Oh, I could actually just have an idea. But that's fine. wires. Okay. More stickers. Look at the other foot assembled first. And did I miss out this foot? Why does it not bend? This one does. Although, okay, let's a bit more pressure here. There we go. Good. It's a weird joint, so it can bend back, but to bend forward, there's some resistance. You kind of have to apply pressure here. So I wonder if the weight of the kit will make it bend forward. Interesting. Okay. There's a bunch of stickers that go on the feet. So let's see about those. '86 at the front. Because these are not the super tiny ones. '87. My camera battery is about to die, so I might have to finish the stream now and then get the legs finished on my own and then post a picture of them. I think the limit for my battery is about 4 hours, and we've been streaming for roughly about that time. So I'm gonna, yeah, I think I'm gonna kick the stream now. Get the legs finished. I'll post a picture in a community of the finished leg units and the legs themselves. Thank you very much for hanging out with me on the stream. Sorry for this abrupt stop, but otherwise my camera microphone is about to die. Next time I'm gonna have to work around that. And yeah, have a good rest of the weekend. Now, see you later.